So I actually had no expectations. I found out that no one had applied from our campus and I wanted our small campus to have a voice. And so I didn't have any expectations at all. Especially since we were the first cohort, I don't think anybody really knew what we were walking into. So it was all a big question mark for us.
Do you know that phrase, the cup is half full, which has a positive connotation? Or that the cup is half empty? I just see it as half. It could go either way. It's neither positive nor negative. Keeping an open mind.
Before I registered for the Leadership Academy, I expected I could gain some insights and information on how I could apply it to my job. But really, I learned quite a bit and I'm definitely able to use it on my work.
Last year's Leadership Academy had the topics, but really what the vision was and how it was going to unfold was not clear to me. When I applied, I thought maybe the goal was to persuade us to become principals, which was not my plan, but I was pleasantly surprised to realize that that was not the intention, to make us all principals and administrators. So maybe that was my misunderstanding, but overall, I would say my expectations weren't set one way or the other.
Honestly, before I went to the first session, I didn't know what was going to happen. I was a little excited, but I was also a little nervous too. I remember Dr. Mason asking us in the first session, "What is your goal? What do you want to learn?" I said, "I want to learn how to develop my voice and how to share what I know." And that was in my first session.
I actually thought that Leadership Academy was going to focus on the role of a leader, their thought process, how can I follow their leadership, and that kind of thing. I wanted to get a better understanding of what was involved in decision making and the whole process of leading. When I went into the first session, that all changed.
Hello! The Leadership Academy was such a wealth of experience and knowledge. I expected I would get a new perspective on what it means to become a leader here at Tennessee Schools for the Deaf, but also building a united relationship and understanding with the community, relationship, and the school. And then also learning from our leaders how to be and make informed decisions that are effective. Because it's important to enhance the community and the culture here at the school.
I wouldn't say that I had many expectations prior to the first session for the Leadership Academy. I'd had several experiences with internships for my graduate prep work, and I kind of assumed it would be like that. We would have some reading, we would have some discussion, and that there would be a project or two that we would work on. What ended up happening was very different than my expectations, I think, but overall I would say that I was a little bit apprehensive because there wasn't a lot of information going into that first session about how the entire cohort was going to be planned or mapped out.
I honestly did not have expectations going into this program because we were the first. I initially thought that it was going to be just another set of trainings with the state of Tennessee.
When I applied for this Leadership Academy, I didn't really have a lot of expectations. I had a lot of uncertainties because I didn't know what to expect. But once I got in it and met my cohort, it was an unreal experience. And so, just getting in and meeting the people, and then just being able to learn more about myself and being able to go through that experience and being able to then apply that to my everyday life was well worth the experience.
So I guess when you have no expectations, automatically it exceeds. But even if I had really high expectations, it still would have exceeded those. I was so impressed and amazed at the process, the people that I met, the relationships that we formed, and it really humanized the leaders. It definitely exceeded any expectations that I could have had.
I came in with pretty modest expectations. They weren't low, they weren't high, but in actuality, this exceeded all of my expectations. It was truly amazing, and I never expected that. All the people involved were equal as leaders. The other superintendents were amazing. In all of my 15 years of experience so far, this has been one of my favorites.
The Leadership Academy far exceeded my expectations. I set high expectations prior to the start, not fully realizing what that entailed. Going through the Leadership Academy, I learned potential tips, strategies, resources, ideas, and approaches on how to apply it to my job here, as well as being in the leadership position. It really exceeded my wildest expectations.
Leadership Academy truly exceeded my expectations. For the longest time, we would see or come across the phrase state special school, but really, who was that? Leadership Academy really clarified who state special schools represents. It's me. I'm part of that. You're part of state special schools. Just seeing and understanding the different positions, how they work together, support each other, really helped to clarify to me even what my future holds.
Oh, yes. The Leadership Academy was far above my expectations. I had wonderful opportunities to collaborate with other staff here at TSD. I had no idea what their jobs were. And for the other state special schools, learning from their staff. And we had a wonderful experience, and all the presentations just led to a lot of personal growth.
Leadership Academy was incredible. I learned so much about myself. I really got to think a lot about how I process information, how I can adjust to consider other people's point of view, and how to better relate to them. There were just so many things that I learned. My expectations completely changed, and it was an amazing experience.
Go ahead and apply. Apply. You must apply because the experience in the Leadership Academy was so beneficial to support your learning and how to approach new tasks every day while you are in the middle of leadership. It does not matter if you are a principal or admin, go ahead and apply. I've gained new perspectives on how to face everyday tasks. You gain understanding of the people and the environment around you that you work with every day and be able to provide feedback in a positive, energetic way at work every day and gain the confidence which will grow dramatically, and you will feel that the community is also improving and that the community is also improving.
Overall, I felt like the Leadership Academy met the expectations that I had. After that first session, I kind of reevaluated my expectations and kind of adjusted them. One of the things that exceeded my expectations was the mentor relationship that was developed. And another thing that kind of exceeded my expectations was like the personal growth that I would go through, especially when we were discussing change and being an agent of change.
It did exceed my expectations. Again, I thought that it was just going to be another box to be checked, but it was very informative. A lot of knowledge getting sent out from each of us, the 10 as well as the superintendents and Mr. Mason. So it well exceeded it.
This academy by far exceeded my expectations. I think the biggest takeaway that I had was I really got to hone in on kind of my communication skills and how to use those effectively. And what really, I guess, stood out to me is I can lead exactly where I am. I don't have to have a title beside my name in order to lead. And so I was able to, bring that back into my classroom, implement those skills to my students, implement those skills to, my hallway teachers. And so our Fearless 4 leaders did an outstanding job really making sure that we honed in on the skills that we have, but also going into a deeper level with that. And so I just really appreciate that. And another part of it that exceeded my expectations was the networking that came out of this experience. And so just getting to know people from across the state and into the other state special schools was really an incredible experience, and one that I'll never forget.
So I've already started advertising for the academy. I have told everyone I know at work that you must apply, you must try it, because the relationships are invaluable. I can come to the Knoxville campus now and see a face that I recognize and be able to stop them and have discussions about what they're doing, what it looks like. And I don't think I could have comfortably done that before. And so I highly recommend, and I will tell everyone that it is a must at some point in their career.
The Leadership Academy will change you professionally and personally. And it's a good change, not bad. Trust me. The only thing that you have to do is apply and then show up. That's all.
If you are unsure about applying or if it will be applicable to your position at work, just do it and apply. Because with what you will learn, coupled with the experience of the academy with your peers, is such a rich experience that will also extend not only to TSD, but also to the community, work, family life, and life in general. I gained so much insight into myself and who I am as a person, as well as others. I've been able to apply what I learned at home. Looking back, I can see what I learned and how I am applying it to a wide range of areas in my life. I strongly suggest that you apply because it will be such a rich.
Yes, I would 100% encourage you to participate in the Leadership Academy this year for so many reasons. First of all, it's accessible. What you learn, the tools, the information that you acquire during the sessions is outstanding. Personally, I benefited, but definitely it helped me professionally as I tried to figure out how to better meet those needs of everyone that I work with, to be a better teammate, to better serve my students, and even become a better employee. It really helped me overall. I never expected to experience all those benefits. So if you want to grow, regardless of your position, whether it be support staff, instruction, related services, what have you, please do it.
I would tell you, you won't be sorry. It's more of a self-analysis about your opinions, your situation, you will not be sorry. It will help you grow personally, professionally, relationally, everything. It's wonderful. It's a good opportunity for all staff. It doesn't matter your title, your job, it's wonderful.
My thought about applying for the Leadership Academy was really, do I want to grow? If that's you, consider filling out that application for the program. There are so many benefits that you may not even consider. I benefited my personal life, my professional life, seeing how to better support others and give my best every day. There were just so many benefits. And even now, I still think about how I could better lead in my lane, how I could better support my team, and to continue to move things along in a positive direction. It's worth it. Try it. You'll love it.
Go ahead and apply. You're already a leader now, but the Leadership Academy will give you a new perspective and help you realize where your leadership lies. You'll collect a new perspective on how you view yourself as a leader. You'll be a better worker, a better coworker, and able to provide more positive energy as a leader. Your confidence in yourself and those who follow you will improve drastically and will lead new understanding to your leadership.
I would say for someone that's undecided whether they want to apply to the Leadership Academy, can't hurt to go through the application process, and then the interview process is going to let you know whether this is a program or a cohort that is for you. One of the things that I didn't expect was the camaraderie with everybody. I think the things that created this experience to be so different than everything else my preparation in grad school had kind of fallen in line with was that we were a really diverse group of people from all different areas of the school structure. And I would say don't deny yourself that opportunity to grow through that diversity that's going to be in your cohort.
My advice to you guys would be go into this expecting to learn, expecting to laugh, cry, and work together. You will leave out of here with some long-lasting friends, for sure.
I would just say if you're on the fence about it, just take the plunge. Every year, I think, as they continue to make adjustments and use the feedback from this year, it's just going to get better. I know that Dr. Mason and the three superintendents and directors at the other schools are really going to make sure that each year is unique to the individuals that they have. And so I know that if you want to apply and you feel like you're just not really unsure, just take the plunge and do it, because you never know what you're going to get out of it. And I promise you, you're going to learn something, and you're going to be able to apply it in your everyday life, not just in your job, but outside of your job as well. And so it's an incredible experience, and I would encourage you to apply.